catch up a little bit on the YouTube side of things. But today's gonna be an interesting day for us as a channel. I've got some things that I would really like to talk about. I've got some things that are pretty important for me to at least get out there. It doesn't matter how many people see it or don't see it. Um, because it's just interesting to me what has happened in regards to the way I see YouTube and the way I interact with YouTube and the way that I think about life now even is quite a bit different in that there's been a lot of things that have changed my perception of how things are and what YouTube really is and what you're really doing with YouTube. Because my whole problem most of my life is that I I I think too hard about things and I cared too much about the things. Like for example, I on my job there's a program where we, give things to certain people for a certain thing. Is it a great deal? No, but it's a deal that we should make because it's profitable for the company, right? And so it's like, hey, morals versus being able to achieve something. And it's like that's a big challenge for me, morals versus being able to achieve something, or at least it has been for quite a long time. For quite a long time, it has been a pretty big deal for me. And it really does kind of turn my stomach in a way when you look at things, because I don't know how I'm supposed to change things if to get like.
Gosh, I need you to help me unload some dirt.
That's not gonna. Okay, fine. Doesn't matter.
Are you streaming?
Yes, but doesn't matter.
Let's stop it for a while. You gotta eat.
That's not how it works. You can't just stop things. That's not how it works. There's no pause button. Well, it is. That's fun. I'm probably gonna get called away again. There's really no way this works out. You know, the thing is it's a hard thing to talk about, really. With live streaming, with everything, it's super difficult to try and explain. But the shortest possible way I can explain it without getting too in depth is that the only real way to build a extremely successful career on YouTube is to be the most sensationalist, fake as hell characterization of yourself. And I can act all day. You guys saw how, like, I even did it, I'm ashamed. But, like, the video where I was like, my future is interesting. And there's that one point where I put that inflection in my voice. That was on purpose. That wasn't because I actually felt anything. That's because I actually did that. You know? Why is that the thing? What? Thank you. It's not because I actually felt sad or anything like that. It's simply because I acted and I put it in there. And it's like, what in the world? Because that's what gets the content. That's what actually gets people watching, is just being sensationalist and fake as you possibly can be. And I don't understand why that's a thing on YouTube. Because by every metric, you would think that it would be different, you know? That whoever makes it on YouTube are the genuinely funny people, or... Which I'm not saying a lot of sensationalist people aren't genuinely funny. They are, otherwise they wouldn't be there. But you'd think on YouTube, having real experiences with real people would be the thing that sells it. That would be what makes it different from reality TV. That's the only difference, you know, is that it's real people doing real things instead of some kind of production put together by executives to make a good experience. And really, that's not the case. You know, I hate YouTube sometimes. Because look what it just did. Okay. It just screwed up my analytics for no reason. That's cool. Thanks, YouTube. Again. For doing that. Again. Very kind of you. No, that's not what I'm talking. This burger is disgusting. This is the worst burger I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap. This burger has to be the single worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm sorry, but it's true. This burger is ridiculously bad. Anyway, back to what I was trying to talk. Again, YouTube screwed up my analytics, though. It's whatever. I don't care at this point. They screw up my analytics all the time. What I'm so tired of, like, I can't seem to find a way where I can be a genuine person and just do what I want to do, say what I want to say, and have the freedom to do that and still be successful. Because, like, for example, I work retail right now, right? And working retail, I can't even act like who I am. Because the thing is that even there, I have to try and be happy at all times and put off this image of friendly and welcomeness at all times, regardless of how I'm actually feeling. And I have to try and sell these people things that they honestly don't need, which is not fun and not what I want to be doing. That's what I'm doing. I don't understand, because I thought YouTube was the place where people made like genuine content just doing what they genuinely wanted to do. And I have fun with it. And over the last 2.5 months, the veil has sort of been lifted in a way. That these YouTubers don't do this for fun. They don't do it because they love it. They don't do it because they like to play video games or anything like that. They don't do it because of those reasons. They've never done it because of those reasons. The reason they do it is they do it for views, they do it for clicks, and sensationalism and popularity and money. And even though they don't expressly say that, that's why they're doing it. And it's so dumb. Because my whole life I thought, oh, YouTube's a special place where people can be themselves and make money doing that. You know, it's different than, say, TV, where people are just playing a role. But no, it's exactly that. YouTube is no different than television. It's just people acting to try and make something successful. And I don't care. You could take like the most genuine person ever, right? Like some of the biggest names in the industry that you think, oh, they're so wholesome and sweet, dude. Like this is their dream and they achieved it and it's beautiful. And they have this amazing story. And it's complete BS. Complete and utter BS. It's clicks, it's good, it's clicks, it's views, it's good television. And that's all it's ever been. And I can't believe that. I really can't. Like, why the heck is anyone even on the platform, you know? Is there anywhere I can go on planet Earth where I can just genuinely enjoy video games anymore? I don't think so. This sandwich is stupidly slow. I hate this so much. Hardee's, I don't care. You're never going to sponsor me anyways. Your burgers suck. Well, at least this one sucks. This one sucks big pee-pee. But it's just good television. Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie, Moist Critical, Penguin Zero, they're the same person. Who, like, all these people, it's not about being genuine. It's not about having fun playing video games. It's not about having a community. It's not about any of that. It's just about good television. All these uber successful people. It's so dumb. Also, I think it's ironic that this is called good content and I'm eating a burger and fries. In case you couldn't tell, it's irony, folks. That's the point. Anyone who watches this VOD later hates my guts. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna trim this out in post. Although it's probably ruined the discoverability of the entire stream. Okay. Let's think about. Whew. Get it set up for the VOD at least. Since everything else is absolutely foobar. Hello again, everyone. I am Thermal, and welcome to another Valorant stream. Today we're going to be playing some Valorant Unrated, getting used to my new sensitivity. I've been training in aim labs for about a week. I have reached Plat 3 in aim labs, and we're going to see what we can do. Hopefully it turns out good. Want to stop by to in bio, except for it's not, but I'll put it in the bio. Tweets and replies. Media, edit profile. Link in bio, baby. Link in bio, baby. Link in bio. Remember that old meme, link in bio? I remember link in bio. Link in bio was a while ago. I wonder if this is going to get any traction as a tweet. Probably not. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's actually play a game and have fun. That's what we're here for, honestly, is to make it is to have fun. Hello, everyone. What are you all doing? I am as well. I know, man. Small world. Hey, chair gang. Anybody else sitting in chairs out there? Come on, Joker. I know you're sitting in a chair, man. You gotta be sitting in a chair. Come on. There's 3 of us in chairs at once. I gotta believe that's a thing. I know, but like, wouldn't it be cool if it happened? Imagine a whole team that has electricity. Dude, yeah, that's facts. Imagine if everyone had the classic. What an insane change to the game that would be. Like, you could just start out with a gun. Like, be straight broken. This is gonna be good. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world it is where while cities burn, I can sit in my room and play a video game. I don't. No, this is. Oh, that sucks. I can't pin that part. Can I pin that part? No. Can't pin that part either. Bruh. We're gonna get whacked. I guarantee we get whacked. Really? I took 42 damage from the grenade, 44 from that, 15 from that, dude. And I got an assist on the Sage for 85. Because I hit her with one of those shock arrows. No, I hit her with both the shock arrows. Whatever. You know, it actually did really well at the very beginning. The problem was I didn't hold very many of the people. I don't know. I could become an actor, dude, and just do subpar comedy. That'd be fun. I mean, that'd be what the internet wants. Is for me just to give up on ever actually doing me and just kind of, you know, play it up. Because at the end of the day, that's what the internet wants to do. It wants highly edited content that's just TV. Just basically TV. And the more you can imitate television, the better. And that's kind of dumb to me. She missed still. I also missed still, but it's worse that she missed. Don't ask me why it's worse that she missed. It just is. Can I Liddy somebody? Plant, please. Plant, please, sir. We need you to plant, my friend. My friend, we need you to plant, my friend. Friending, my friend. We need you to plant, my friend. My friend, and see, you know, Keylorus is sitting in a chair. You know, maybe that might have gave him the extra oomph he needed to hit those shots. Couches are kind of pay to win, though. You know, I mean, like, can you really react as fast in a chair as you can in a couch? I mean, like, yeah, if your answer is yes, you're just lying to yourself. I mean, you always react faster on a couch. There we go. That's an F. I'm gonna go now. She's probably gonna be right here. No. Interesting. Here? No. Okay. No. Okay. Nope, not in here. Okay. Easy. Not planning, Spark. Not planning, Spark. Guys, look out. I think he's learned the power of the futon. I can feel it. He's on a futon. His powers are truly beyond that which we can obtain. It's okay, Joker Butt had the wall. Everybody knows wall beats futon. Just like how anglerfish beats grape. Tale as old as time. A tale as old as time itself. The tale of the futon and the anglerfish and the grape. Phew. Okay. You there? You there, you son of a gun? You there? You're here, son of a gun. Why? What are they fighting over? I really want to shoot somebody. That would be nice. Can I shoot somebody? Oh, maybe? Last is on B, so just go A. Like, last is on B. So just go A. Like, why wouldn't you just go A? Okay, the only way we lose here is by doing that. Good stuff. Like, I don't understand why we went that way, though. I really don't at that point. Let's see here. No, I don't care. Maybe I should make a video about just stuff I'm learning about. You know, and making an actual video like a really high production value thing with transitions and animations, and I'll act like I'm happy for it. And it'll do great. The problem, we have a reality problem on YouTube. Nobody wants reality on YouTube. That's the problem. Reality is not a valued thing on YouTube at all. Reality is not valued at all. It is completely meaningless. Which is interesting. Didn't revive me, that's fine. I don't know. It's weird how I've realized how little stuff matters over the past 2 months. I know it's like, oh, doomer mentality, nihilism, but it's like, yeah, it's the grand scheme of things. It really doesn't matter. Like, I mean, it's like, what do I have in Like, sometimes you can get in the biggest fights, right, over like what you're gonna have in the morning for breakfast, and you're like, oh, well, I want biscuits. Well, I want bacon. Well, I want spam. And then you spend 50 minutes, maybe yelling between your close family members of what you all want for breakfast and why you should have what you want. When in reality, it's like, it, in the grand scheme of things, that's going to have an extremely minuscule impact on anything. Like, nothing's going to be affected by that decision whatsoever. Unless you say get food poisoning or something like that. But the chances of that are very low. Like, it's the odds that that decision will actually impact anything ever is inconsequential. And that's a weird thing to think about. The fact that like 90% of the decisions I will ever make in my entire life are of no consequence to anything. And will matter literally none. That is incredible. And not in a good way. Like, the fact that, like, I don't know. You just realize that, dang, what I think, what I do, doesn't even necessarily matter in the long run to anybody who's not me. So, it's like, even right now, the decisions I make in this unrated game, like, they're not going to affect anything. Like, at all. When you look at the grand scheme of things. And yet we still put such a high value on it. And we still argue over it. And we still rage over it. Stuff like that. It's like, why though? It doesn't make any sense. It's not like it actually holds any logical meaning or value to your life. It doesn't. Anyways, this is weird. You know what's something I've honestly found interesting over the last, like, 3 months? It's like how little 90% of the decisions we make matter. Like, am I gonna eat biscuits or eggs this morning? Like, that doesn't matter, but you could argue with someone for like 3 hours over it. It really doesn't, though. Like, I mean, let's think about it from a logical perspective. The nutritional value is about the same. And unless you get food poisoning, there's really no difference. Like, there's no reason to care. Like, it's and yet you could, like, fight and argue with someone for 4 hours about it. And it's like, why though? Like, that stuff doesn't matter at all. And that takes up so much of your time too, when you think about it. Just stupid decisions like, what am I gonna eat? Like, it doesn't matter what you eat. It's pretty much gonna be about the same thing. I mean, long term it matters what you eat, but you realize what I'm saying, right? Like, it really doesn't. And you waste so much time with these little decisions that in the end aren't going to affect anything. It's interesting to me. Especially this is magnified with YouTube. Because, like, I worked for 3 hours on a thumbnail for this video, right? Well, for this live stream. And then it got yeeted deleted by the software I was using. And I remade another version of it in 15 minutes. Now, does it have the same click-through rate that it would anyways? Most likely. Like, it most likely changed absolutely nothing about the way this video is going to perform. The only difference is I spent 3 hours on one and no time at all on the other. And... oh, that's cool. I kind of knew it was going to happen. And it really puts in perspective. Like, the problem isn't... because the problem I've been realizing, right, is that I care too much about too many things. It's not going to matter whether I care about how much stock prices fluctuate or not, let's be honest. Because it's not going to change anything. Like, I don't have the capital to make a solid investment that would actually affect my financial situation. So what's the point with me thinking about stocks? Because it doesn't matter. What's the point about me thinking about my relationship with YouTube in regards to my parents? It's not going to change. Their opinion isn't going to change. I'm not going to be able to change it. I'm not going to be able to talk them through it. So it doesn't matter. Why waste my time thinking about something like that? Or the fact that somebody insulted me, or didn't hold the door when I held the door, or did something like that. It shouldn't matter to me at all. Because at the end of the day, it's entirely inconsequential to anything else in my life. So why do I care so much? I shouldn't. It doesn't make sense for survival that I would care that much. Like, humans are weird because we're not purely logical beings, and that's the weird thing. We're not logical. We don't think logically. Because, like, it's crazy to think how different the world would be if everybody just thought logically. Like, just period end. Well, you wouldn't have a cat or a dog, because it's a bad decision either way if you look at it from a logical perspective. Because they're a waste. They take money and they don't give any money back. But if you think logically, depression doesn't exist. You see, like, when logic is taking all emotion out of it, period, end. Bad, good, doesn't exist anymore. So, it's like... yeah, if you didn't think or care about anything, right? Well, you gotta think, but if you didn't care about anything, if you didn't care about the way people perceive you, and you didn't care about what people said or what happened to you, then you wouldn't be able to get sad about it because you just wouldn't care. Like, it's... well, no, because it's a logically good decision to have children. I don't care. But depression doesn't exist. Exactly. And if you don't care what people do to you, then no one can make you have anything. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's just like a thing. Because I've been thinking about that, like how much I care about things. And like, why do I care about things as much as I do? And like, why do I do things? And I've realized a lot of it just comes down to like, oh, well, because. And because doesn't make for very good reasoning. Exactly. Because at the end of the day, this unrated match is going to have absolutely no effect on my life, period, end. But it's like... well, see, those are all hypotheticals. Well, I could also get hit by a meteor right now. So is someone hacking into my computer while playing an unrated game of Valorant. There have been some meteors that have been half the size of Mexico. I'm not saying they're on the same statistical chance, but you get what I'm saying. That they're both extremely unlikely circumstances. I don't know. I mean, think about it, right? Space is infinite. There's an infinite number of rocks in space, hurtling at an infinite number of different speeds. So eventually, like, one of them's got to hit me. Well, no, I mean, not in my lifetime, but you see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying with there's an infinite number of possibilities, so it's impossible to predict what the actual percentage chance is, if that makes sense. So it's impossible to know. See, but I know how many people there are in the world, right? I know there's a finite number of people in the world. And I know there's a finite number of those that know how to hack. And I know there's a finite number of those that play this game, which narrows it down to very few people. Right? But with space, there's an infinite number, like an infinite amount of space. And we have no idea, no statistics on what that looks like in terms of asteroids or where they're going or how fast they're going. So technically, there's more of them doing more things than there are people and hackers. Like, yeah. I get what it's just basically it's the known versus the unknown. The hacker is the known, and a meteorite hitting me is the unknown. And can you really compare either of them in their likelihood when the unknown is the meteor and the known is the hacker? Not really, because neither of them are fully understood. It's easier to comprehend that than it is to comprehend the other option, but there's no real way to tell which one is more likely. That's the easier of the two answers. That's the one that makes you feel better. But the reality is that if you look at it from a logical perspective, the fact is that we have no idea which is the more likely option. Yeah. I mean, they could both be just as likely as one another, and we'd never know to tell the difference. Like, it just doesn't matter. See, once again, something that we talked about for an hour and a half that actually doesn't matter at all. Because, like, it's actually insane how much time we waste as human beings. Well, no, it's not pure nihilism. Like, I've been thinking about it, and really there's, like, three purposes to human beings, right? This is going to sound really reductive and really kind of mean in a way. But let me work through it. So there's, like, three purposes of human beings, right? We have three states of being. We are either using something, being used, or we're idle. And so, really, our only purpose is to use and be used by things. And so that's what you do. Well, no, you can use other people. You're either using, it's not necessarily specific to people either, it applies to items and ideas as well. But you're either using something, you're being used by something, or you're idle. Like, for example, right now I'm using the game Valorant to have fun, and I'm being used by you guys to be a teammate. Not a very good one, by the way. And I'm using the computer to play the game. And when you look at it, that's really all it is. Like, that's everything. That's the whole story. And it's insane to think that that's just the whole thing, but that's the whole thing. Like, there's nothing. That's it. That is insane to me. And that is what I realized over the last 3 months in terms of introspection and thinking about who I am and why I do what I do and everything like that. Like, that's all there is. There's using things, being used by things, and being idle. And that's it. That's it. That's all there is. That's the whole caboodle. And the worst part about that realization and figuring out all this is not only that it took me 3 months, but that, like, I don't know whether it makes me feel better or worse. I don't know if it makes me feel better or worse. Anyways, GG guys. It's been fun. Whether it makes me feel worse or better. Hello, Kestrels. Hello. I'd like to play unrated. Yeah, today's not a comp day for me, unfortunately. Just not feeling it. Yeah, this week's been a bit of a wild ride. Well, school starts on Monday. I should correct, college starts on Monday. I just got my first ever job. And the YouTube thing I'm working on. So it's like, there's a lot. And I'm trying to balance it all, and it's not fun. But it's okay. I'll figure it out. That and I've been thinking a lot, which is not good. uh, no, I I don't want to call myself a philosopher because I don't think I deserve the title. I think a lot, and when I think a lot, I get myself in weird, oftentimes uncomfortable, and a lot of times depressing places. And so I really shouldn't be thinking as much as I'm thinking. It's not good for my health. I think that it's entirely inconsequential to anything ever. I mean, the one they did with the like the neon art and stuff, the glitch pop one was pretty good, I thought. I mean, it's just all the pretty colors and the art and stuff. I like that kind of thing. Well, I mean, it's ugly. Like I always thought in like Call of Duty, you know how dark matter is like the hardest skin to get in all of Call of Duty. Like dark matter is when you've done everything. And I got dark matter a couple of times. Dark matter is ugly as sin. Like it's you work so hard for it and it's just disgusting. I think Oni was stupid. I think the dragons were stupid, and I like the other ones. Okay, so I like the general aesthetic of the Onis. The thing that kills me about the Onis, and the thing that kills the whole vibe for me, are the stupid faces. Why'd you put the faces right below the crosshairs? Like when I'm zooming in, I just stare at this face. Well, I'm like, if they just went for like the like Tokyo traditional Japan style aesthetic, like with like putting like they have the shingled roofs on the old style like that, and like the styling of the weapons was really cool, but I feel like just putting a giant mask on it was overboard. It was just too it's just too cartoony and stupid. I'm sorry, me and my friend were having a conversation and you just interrupted with a out of date board game from 2005. I'm sorry. Me and my friend were trying to have a conversation here. You can continue now. This person's gonna get so pissed. This is gonna be good though. Are you pissed? Oh, what? Wait. Why are there three? Two of them jumped out of heaven, and then I just was like, "There's nobody else in heaven," and then there's Reina in heaven. I'm like, what? Hello? I'm very impressed. I'm Plat 3 in AIM Labs now. It really hasn't made me a better player at all. In fact, I think it's made me worse. Because, like, now I'm used to shooting at little floating orbs. I'm not used to shooting at people's heads anymore. Yeah. Like, I have everything set up correctly. It's just stupid. Hmm. I have a 90. Dude, I was so happy. I think I have the third highest score worldwide for sniper shot on aim labs with the sniper rifle. It's great. It was beautiful. It made me so happy. I had 100% accuracy on my targets. I had a 68 millisecond time to kill. Sorry, no, 687 millisecond time to kill. And I killed like 87 targets in a minute, which was good. What I thought was crazy is that, right, stuff really isn't special because we're video gamers. We know all about the context of these things. And so to us it's not really special, but if you think about it in any other context, killing someone in less than a tenth of a second is impressive. Like, the fastest flick I've ever done in my entire life, I had it recorded on CSGO. It was a 97 millisecond flick. So that's literally less than a tenth of a second flick. No, it was to the body with an op in CSGO. But literally, I shot him on the 4th frame he was on screen. He was on screen for a total of 4 frames. That was dumb. But no, in a gaming context, that's not all that impressive. People do that. But in a real life context, doing anything in a tenth of a second is impressive. Like, I can't even take a full breath in a tenth of a second. Yeah, but that's a natural biological function. I mean, consciously doing something. Sympathetic nervous system doesn't count. Well, yeah, like, you actually consciously, like, okay, so for me to make that shot, my eyes had to recognize that there was a person there. They had to transfer that information to my brain. Then my brain had to transfer that information to my head, and my hand had to make that movement, and then to my hand, and then my hand had to consciously make that movement and click. And all of that happened in less than a tenth of a second. That's insane. That's insane. Well, like, the fact that I can make a decision in like 327 milliseconds. That's literally 3/10 of a second. And the fact that I can decide what target to shoot in that time frame. She got a shot off when she rounded the corner. Not my fault. I blame lag. I'm gonna plant on A, guys. I don't know what you're doing over there. No, I know, but they're just sitting over there like, I don't know what they're doing. But I went ahead and planted anyways. I mean, it's whatever. He's over here. I heard him. No, he's over there. I don't think a lot of people know that. I really don't think a lot of people know that. Yeah. I mean, it looks okay. I think the Odin's the worst of the ones for the glitch pop. They're not gonna do that, though. And you know the reason they're not gonna do that is because those are the most used guns, right? In terms of rifling. Yeah, they have to split it up. You can't. That's like if Dark Souls included all the best bosses from DLC in one DLC. People would just buy that DLC instead of the others because it has all the best stuff. It's like putting all the best baseball players in one baseball card pack. I'm not. But it's really ridiculous when you think about it. I'm just staring at this jet, by the way, not doing anything about her. I let her kill that guy. You know what? I'm just going to stand up here and wait. I do too. What? I'm going to miss it. No, I can miss that. Trust me, I have missed those. You can miss that. I think missing and them dodging are the same thing. Well, like, if you were better, you still would have hit them even though they dodged. So you're still missing in a way. Yeah, but you just flick it because it's constantly movable. It never stops being movable. Like, that's the thing with brims, right? The reason you can dodge it is because it stops being movable. It's immovable. Sovas, you can move it up until the moment the hitbox comes out. Yeah, I got shot in the foot with an op. So, because I'm feeling kind of slow today. I'm telling you, dude, it's where I've been thinking too much. The human brain was not meant to think as much as I've thought today. Ow. You have an office? You're like 12. Why do you need an office? Like, what? What? Is my boy becoming a content creator? My boy is becoming the next ninja. I mean, but you did just confirm that it's a setup. But you did just confirm that it's a setup. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Something I've been looking into a lot recently, because I've been doing YouTube for a while now, about a year and a half. And I've done Twitch for about 8 months. And no, what I'm going to tell you is I've been doing a lot of research right into the industry, because like I could make a video that would pop off if I wanted to. The Well, no, it's not luck. What it is, right? Is I would just have to make some crazy title like, "Oh, my grandma fell down the stairs." And then include a good title and a good description. And then just the entire video be like, "Oh, holy crap. My grandma fell down the stairs, guys. We need to go to the hospital." That's what I've realized. Because I used to think that, right? I used to think that was what it was. And I used to think that comedy was a way that you could succeed on YouTube. But that's really not the case. Because about 90% of what it comes to when it comes to YouTube actually promoting your video or not, and what it comes down to when it comes to how many people are going to see it just by the basis of the YouTube algorithm, 70% of it is the thumbnail and the description. That's 70% of the content. It doesn't matter. That's not how you measure success on YouTube. That's not how you make money. You don't give a crap if it's the same people or not, because that's not how you make money. You see what I'm saying? It's not about being funny or a personality. It's about being as much like TV as possible. And that's retarded. But it's how it is. And I've realized that that's how it is. That's 110% how it is. And it's ridiculous because like my biggest problem in life, right, is I haven't been able to find something where I can just be myself and be successful. And I thought YouTube would be that, where I could be like, oh, be myself, be a nerd who plays video games and be successful. But that's not what YouTube wants. That's not what YouTube needs. That's not what makes YouTube money, and that's not what makes me money either. It's... yeah. It's a little ridiculous the way it works. But it's how things have always, it's just how it is. It is how it is. And it's so maddening to me sometimes. Like, especially recently, the more I look into it, the more I'm disgusted by it. Because, like, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I got spiked back anyways. But, like, the reason it disgusts me so much is, like, you think of all the biggest creators, right? You think of, like, I don't know. Like, for example, one creator that constantly gets promoted, probably gets more views than anybody, is, like, Logan Paul. Now, nobody likes Logan Paul as a person, but the fact is that YouTube absolutely slaps him up in the algorithm, right? YouTube promotes him probably more than they've ever promoted any creator that's existed. The Paul brothers. And why? It's not because they're genuine. It's not because they're funny. It's because they're TV. They're drama, they're clickbait, they're good thumbnails, and they know how to make people do what they want. And they can be as fake as hell and still make a ton of money doing it because that's what YouTube wants. And, like, well, that's the reason not many people get that far. Is not many people are just willing to give up. Like it's not even giving up. People think of YouTube, right, as some kind of, like, great thing where people can, like, do what they want and be successful. Do what you love and be successful. And the problem is that those days of YouTube have been gone, and they've been gone for a long time. I don't even care about that. Like, for example, look at PewDiePie, right? So PewDiePie came along at an interesting time in YouTube's lifetime, when you could still be a genuine person and it still work out. But if you look at it, you realize there's a very distinct era of PewDiePie's content where he was just faking it all. Because he had to, because that's what made views, that's what actually got him promoted. And that even now, once he switched off of that content, and now he makes more like, oh, I'm going to make pancakes at home. Well, yeah. Like, that's what it is. YouTube is literally just a TV network for everybody. Yeah, that's YouTube. And it's so sad to me. Because it used to be a place where anybody could do anything. As long as they were passionate about it and as long as they were, an interesting person and be successful. It's not, though. And in fact, in some ways, I don't believe it ever has been. Because, like, you can look at even Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie, all the people you'd like to think, are genuine, funny, enjoyable people. The videos where they're being themselves and doing something like, I don't know, cooking or just playing a video game to have fun, get, like, no views. But the video where Markiplier's like, hey, I'm playing Pogo Stuck, I'm going to break my chair, gets like 19 million views because he said, oh, it's Pogo Stuck, I'm so pissed I'm going to break my chair. Because that's what sells. It's not, oh, I'm going to play Uno with Wade and Bob and just chill. It's, I'm going to rage at a video game for 30 minutes and pretend like I'm about to break my setup. The genuine stuff really gets buried, and the sensational stuff really gets pushed. It reminds me a lot of how the media used to be, like in terms of newspapers and stuff. Where for a long time they were genuine, you know, and they were actually trying to help people, giving out information. And then now slowly over time it's become this thing where it's like, oh, look, rat boy kills entire family. Holy crap, you know? Oh no, wow. This thing happened that's like actually bad and like the world's gonna end. It's sensationalism. It's not useful, it's not helpful. And that's fine. But it's just like it's super lame. Okay there, bud. Okay, boomer. You want to just like not take the ace? I don't actually care. An ace on screen beat. There we go. Oh, it's so lame, dude. So lame. How am I even top fragging right now? Dude, I've been introspecting this whole time while carrying this team on my back. Like an animal. Holy crap. I've been monologue. What up? I'm back. Get the ace. You're a legend. Yeah, exactly. I am a legend. I will always be legend. No matter what, I'm always going to be a legend. That's not going to change. No matter how badly YouTube wants it to change, it's not going to change. I am unapologetically me. Okay? Like, I'm not going to change who I am for YouTube success. And I'm certainly not changing it just to get a couple more clicks on a couple of videos. It's so stupid. I don't think I'm ever going to... Like, honestly, at this point, do I believe I'm ever going to be successful on YouTube to the degree that others are? Of course not. It's not going to happen. And the reason it's not going to happen is because I'm not doing what YouTube wants. But the whole point of me doing YouTube was so I wouldn't have to do what other people want. It's like... It's so stupid. The whole point of YouTube is to escape what every other job forces you to do. But YouTube just forces you to do what every other job forces you to do. It's not any different when you look at it. Like, if you want to be on the up... Like, of course you can have a YouTube channel with, say, 70k subscribers that gets 20k views a video and be yourself. That's possible. That's probably where we're going to end up. You can work 8 years being an actual genuine person and still get like a 70k channel that gets 20k views that helps you pay rent and like actually gets you barely a house. But if you ever want to be like Markiplier or Jack or Pewds or Logan or any of those people, like if you want to actually be successful on YouTube to the degree that it's worth it, well, I mean, it's worth it right now. That's not what I'm trying to say. If you want to get successful on YouTube, I'm trying to word this correctly. I don't know exactly how to word this. If you're trying to get uber successful on YouTube to the point where you just don't have to worry about anything and life is great, you can't do that by just simply being a genuine, funny person. You don't. What keyboard am I using? I'm using a black dragon. Red dragon. It's just called a red dragon. I bought it on Amazon for $30. It's supposedly spill proof. I've never tested it though. Yeah, it's just a standard $30 red dragon keyboard from Amazon. If I wanted to be more greedy, I could put the Amazon link to it in the description, and then you could buy it through that and give me a portion of the profits. But I didn't. Partially because I'm lazy, and partially because I don't want to be a sellout, because that's stupid. But that's besides the point. You guys get it. I don't know if you guys like this monologuing type of thing where I actually discuss like what's going on with YouTube and why I think a lot of it is stupid. But YouTube is not a good place anymore, I don't think. And neither is Twitch. So I'm trying to find what good places are left. Like, where can I go where I can just make funny internet videos that are enjoyable to watch and be okay doing that? Because it's not on YouTube. That's not the place for it. She's lit. I hit her with that shock dart. Unfortunately, she didn't die to it, though, which is sad. Good stuff. Was that directed at everybody or just the guy named Postameister? Was that question directed at the whole group or just Postameister? I think I like fettuccine the best in terms of like noodles. Like a nice... Yeah, by definition, that's a pasta. Yeah, I think like a nice fettuccine alfredo. Like, it's just hard to beat a nice fettuccine alfredo. That's just like really wholesome. Yeah, are you like a fan of pasta? Yes, that is. I am the king of their race. I was elected democratically. Elected. we took a poll of all snoms, and they voted me their leader. Okay, I'm most likely dead. I am most likely dead. That's not good. That's worse. Let's go ahead and... $145. I have this strange mask growing on my arm. Bro, you're spitting straight facts? Yeah, I understand I'm spitting straight facts, dude. It's ridiculous. I'm so tired of this. It makes me so incredibly angry how screwed up this is. Like, you do not realize how often this eats at me. Like, it pisses me off to no end. Because, like, YouTube is something that I really care about this platform, right? I really care about my channel. I really care about this community, and I want us to grow and do cool things and do good things. And I want us to have a nice actual community where we can be legit with each other and just hang out. But that's not how it works anymore. That's not how YouTube works anymore. And it pisses me off. It's not enough to ace anymore and be a good person. When did being a good person stop being a skill? Like, when did it stop being something of value? I will never understand why being a good human being is no longer valuable in modern day. And that's my biggest issue. Is that being a genuinely good person with good intentions is no longer some kind of special thing that is going to give you a leg up in the world. It's not important. Like, it just isn't. Caring about people is not important. Caring about your work is not important. Caring about your analytics is not important. As long as you can do whatever someone tells you to do without question, whether it's the platform, your teacher, or your boss, you're going to perform incredible. As long as you can constantly act in only the self-interest of yourself and do anything that anyone tells you without question with a smile, you're going to be swimming in money by the end of your life. You're going to be set up wonderfully. And if you have no qualms about that, you have no morals, you have no care to be any better, then it doesn't matter to you. You don't feel bad. That's the thing. Like you could do absolutely horrible things to get money just because. You could do absolutely you could be an absolutely despicable person. But 90% of the time, if you just smile at someone and give them a bright face and laugh with them, they're not going to be able to tell the difference. They're really not. I know it seems like they would, but they won't. Like, you could be dead, just dead inside. Absolutely, you don't want to exist anymore. You're the saddest you've ever been. You're done. And you just throw a smile on that face. And you just throw that little brightness in your eyes and laugh. And my goodness, people think you're on top of the world. You know, because it doesn't, like, how you actually feel doesn't really show up much at all. At least in my experience. It's very, very hard to tell how someone's actually feeling versus how they're presenting themselves as feeling. And so, you know, you end up with this thing where it's like, my bullet broke the arrow instead of hitting her in the head. But you get to this point where it's like, why? You get to this point where it's like, why not just act? Like, it seems like it's absolutely better for everybody. If I just threw on a happy face, made really funny YouTube, like just made whatever YouTube wanted me to make, gave up on any idea of doing my own thing, and just played to the algorithm, made videos, and shut up. And people would be happy. They'd be like, oh, your content's actually great. This is good. It's funny. Oh, wow. Ha, 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 ha. They'd watch it, and they would get views, and people would like it. And I'd be, I'd just make money. Who cares? Screw it. I don't care about feelings or anything, because what does it matter? It's not actually affecting me. Like, who cares about feelings, dude? They don't matter. Other people's, mine, they don't. So who cares? It's really, really stupid. Because, like, if you just, like, the best way to go about life right now in the modern world, the easiest way to be extremely uber successful is just, like, don't care. Make yourself feel however, whatever this going on, like, whatever fits the situation, right? So, like, let's say you're at some random person's funeral. Okay, shake hands, be happy with the family, snap on the tears, when they're doing the eulogy, cry real heavy, shake their hands, talk about things they're relating to, and then boom, you're in. You've made friends for life out of those people. It's great, you've got a really deep attachment with them now that you could use to, say, sell them products or get them to do what you want. And it doesn't really matter to you if you're playing with their emotions or playing with your own emotions, because who cares? Because you don't care. The person who actually died, you don't care. That's not the point. That's not why you're there. And there's no punishment for doing that. And no one realizes that you're doing that. So it comes to a point where you're just like, why not do that? And the answer is because you're human. Because we inherently have a sense of good and bad. We're inherently like, oh, that's a really crappy thing to do. I don't want to do that to these people. That's horrible. Because, you have a moral compass. There's a way you're raised. There's a way you think. You actually think. You don't just do. It's a whole thing. It's a whole section of psychology. Where you're like, why the heck would you not? It doesn't make sense to me. No one's there. Are you actually stupid? Oh, I just sit there. Whatever. I ran. Running. Fair enough. Anyways, whatever. The point is that, like, from a logical perspective, right? If you were to pilot your entire life in a 100% purely logical and calculated way, and you wanted to live your best life for you and your family, the logical thing to do would be to lie and cheat and fool people. And of course you'd make genuine connections along the... I'm not saying dupe every single person you ever meet or be rude at all. Like, those things don't work. You know what I'm saying. Like, for example, Logan Paul, right? There's a lot of people who hate Logan Paul. Logan Paul has a massive fan base that are going to supply him with an infinite amount of money, women, everything he could ever want for as long as he's in existence. And why is that? It's because he simply doesn't care. The man doesn't care if what he does hurts people. He doesn't care because it's what's logically best for him. He doesn't care if the content's disingenuous because it's what's logically best for him. He doesn't care. Whatever's logically best for him, he does. And that leads to a world where he's perfectly capable of doing absolutely anything he wants simply on the fact that he did those things. Like, that's given him the ability to quite literally do anything he wants. The fact that he cared about himself more than literally anything else. The fact that he was able to think logically and only make decisions based off of what was best for him and him alone put him in that position. And it's a little ridiculous, Because that's what did that. That's what put him in that position. That's what made him famous. That's what set his whole career off. That's what made everything work for him. Was that he doesn't care if saying, oh, my baby got stolen as a fake video could be offensive or hurt someone or put someone in a bad place. He just knows, A, it gets clicks. B, it keeps watch time. C, that makes him money. And that's why he does it, because it's logically the best decision. And, yeah. You can live like that. And you can live like that extremely successfully. Because that's just kind of what we've set up life to be like for us. Is this sort of world where genuine doesn't matter. Genuine is useless. What's more useful than anything is how good you are at faking something. Your ability to act is more valuable than ever. Because if you can pretend you had a child, that's much more valuable than actually having a child and raising it correctly. if it's personally value. It's so stupid. It's so incredibly dumb. It is so impossibly incredibly stupid. But I'm voicing all my frustrations into the ether in a live stream that's no one's watching and will probably never matter. That really makes you feel good and like you're making a difference. Not that anything I said in this entire stream would make a difference to anyone. You know, I'm really starting to wonder if there's anything that doesn't piss me off. You want to have a conversation about the ice cream industry? I don't. It's like it's the point like it sorry, I've been having I apologize. I've been in party chat, so you guys haven't heard like the 3.5 hour conversation me and my friends have been having. But it's a long one. It's a long one. Don't get what I'm saying though, right? It really doesn't feel like any like it just anyways, welcome back. I've just been venting for like an hour and a half. Because how it's just dude, everything is so frustrating. It's so stupid. And the worst part is that the problem is also the solution to the problem. Because like people not caring, right? Just having the ability to not care, and that's how you go through life, is just not caring. That's the problem. But the solution to this problem is for me to just stop caring that it's a problem. Like that's the easiest way for me to go through life, is to stop caring that it's a problem that nobody cares. Like I know the sooner I internalize and accept the fact that that's just the most efficient way to live life, the easier it's going to be on me. But at the same time, I just can't physically accept the fact that that's the way to live. It it just it's oh my god. Mm. Oh, dude. Taking a dump. See, that one sounded more fake than the first one. You got to work on your voice acting. I don't want to. The whole point of me moving over here was so they didn't know where I was. And then the whole whatever. They're not even over there. They're dead. This raise is just gonna kill us both. Yep. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, like, whatever. Ugh. There's just, like, there's no words to express it. It's so... It's just such, like, a deeply rooted problem in, like, everything today. Like, there's not a single thing that's not touched or altered by it. Like, you name it. Like, I mean, you might be like, oh, charities don't do that. I assure you, charities do that. Like, it's... Like, it doesn't have an end. It doesn't. There's no limit to this. There's no end stopping point to this. There is, like, there's simply no limit to the lengths people will go to do this kind of thing. The limit is people, and people don't have a limit. That's the sad thing. People don't have a limit. First bullet headshot. Yeah, good. Good. But yeah, people just don't have a limit on this kind of thing. They don't. It's a really depressing stream. Cause like that's my question with myself is do I that's been my biggest question for like a year now is do I just do that? Cause all I have to do that all I have to do is do that, right? And I'd have a girlfriend. I'd have money. I'd have a successful YouTube career. I'd be doing good in school. Better anyways. Well, I am doing good in school, but I would have done a lot of things a lot better had I done that. And so the question is, why don't I do that? Sorry, Kester. I'm gonna go off on my own for a bit, okay, bud? See you in a little while. I know you had to go do something. You can just like invite me back to the party in a second if you want once you get back. I know you can't actually hear this. It's not like I'm leaving a voicemail, but because it seems like it'd be so easy, right? Just to give up and become a product of our time and just become what the world wants me to be. And just it seems like it'd be so easy just to become a product of your time and just follow what works. And that way you have a successful life with a wife and a family and everything that's enjoyable and that you'd want. And I do want those things. I want those things a lot. Like a lot, a lot. But I don't want to. I don't want to give up me to get that, if it makes sense. You know, like that's the problem. Is I don't want to have to give up me to get that. Look at that. That's weird. The gun kind of shakes like a Jello cube. Sorry, that whole conversation's got me really off right now. It's got me feeling really off base. It's got me feeling really off base, and the umpire is not on my side, if that makes sense. Or I guess what would make more sense is like it's making me feel off, and they got a good. It's making me feel off base, and they got a real good pitcher. That's a better way. I don't know much about baseball. Making a baseball analogy was stupid. I know nothing about baseball. I don't know why I'd choose to make a baseball analogy when I don't know anything about baseball, but I'm good. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, you get what I'm saying. That. You get what I'm saying, that to get where you want to get what you want to get, you have to give up yourself nowadays. If you want to be really successful. Because at the end of the day, people don't care about how you feel. People don't care about who you are. They care about who they are and how they feel. Like this, Dale Carnegie couldn't have said it any better in The Art of Earning Friends and Influencing People. The number one thing a person loves to hear in the whole wide world is their name. Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think their name is the number one thing a person wants to hear? It's because their name is who they are. And that's their number one prerogative. That's everyone's base prerogative. So, if you let go of yourself and instead cater to others, you're the best. You're gonna be like one of the best human beings ever. Because you did what no other person could do. You gave up yourself so that you could cater to others. And it sounds noble when you put it like that, but when what you're doing is giving up yourself so you can cater to others to make money, that's when it starts getting off. You know, like, because you're not catering to people just for the sake of catering to people. You're catering to people because you want something out. Like, I don't know. It's kind of. I guess it's not really the way I said it. You got to be so full of yourself that you can take advantage of others. And you gotta know how to do it, and you gotta be good at doing it. But those are skills that can be trained and learned. Not exactly some impossible to learn arcane knowledge. People have been fooling and lying to people for thousands of years. So I'm not too surprised about that part. I think I'm going to end the stream after this one, and then I'm probably going to delete this VOD. Well, not delete it, but I'm probably going to private this VOD. And then I'm probably going to... I don't know. Either... Because I guess this is kind of my final goodbye in a way. I guess. Because the whole purpose of this video is kind of me saying that it works. Like, today has been this massive battle in my head of, do I do it? Do I not do it? What does it require if I do it? I know what it requires, but what's it going to take from me if I do it? What's it going to take from me to do it? Fair enough. I'm not surprised. They had one person watch. They're actually good at the game. Anyways, what I was going to say was, yeah, I guess this is kind of like the final one where I'm like, I've realized how I have to be to get the life I want. And I said I'd do just about anything to get that life, and I wasn't lying. I want that life, like, a lot. So I guess it's kind of this thing where it's like, I guess this is sort of the start of something. I think I'm definitely going to rebrand the channel because I kind of want to. I want Run Thermal to stay what it was, which was a good channel where I did wholesome things and enjoyed it. But I really do need and want this. Because I really do enjoy playing video games. And I do enjoy editing and that kind of thing. And the what of what I'm doing isn't going to change. The only thing that's going to change is why. Like, okay. Yeah, I guess this really is kind of it. In a way. Um... I didn't think it'd be as sad as it is. But yeah, it's definitely as sad as it is. That much is certain. It's 120% as sad as it is. But I know what I want, and I know what I gotta do to get it. And so really all that's left is go ahead and do the job. Get to work and do the business, I guess. That's just what's left to do. Nothing else is really there. That's it. Them's the breaks, as they would say. Them's the breaks. Nope. We're not surrendering. Dems are the breaks, boys. Dems are the breaks. I'm gonna obtain the life I want. I know how to do it. I'm gonna do it. And this channel ain't how I do it. Well, not this channel. This channel is how I do it. But what I'm doing isn't how I do it. So, this is probably the end for this kind of content. This kind of thing. Ding dong, the witch is dead, I guess. Yeah, it's just that's how it is. That's the fact of life, dude. The fact of life is that there's no such thing as a free lunch. It's just the fact. Them's the breaks. The days of real people are over. It's not a thing anymore. That's great. One last hoorah. Truth is, there's not a single thing left on planet Earth that isn't some sort of scam. There's just no one left. There's not a single person left on planet Earth who isn't self-serving. As much as possible. There's no longer a single person left Who's gonna give you a bigger slice of the pie than they're gonna get? Just, just doesn't happen. The days of being funny or being entertaining and having fun and that being good enough are over. That doesn't exist anymore. You can't actually do that. I really can't think of a single person off the top of my head who doesn't do at least a majority of the things they do for their own self-interest. I really can't. Like, do you guys in chat know anybody that would do something not for their own self-interest on the backs of others? Because I really don't think they exist anymore. Good, he pushed me. Yeah, that's what I thought he was gonna do. Especially with no one watching my back at all. Whew! This has been a heavy one. This has been a heavy one. This has been a really heavy one. I don't want to. I don't want to get DMCA'd, so I'm not gonna watch this on stream. I'm gonna get off stream. Whatever. Hmm. Yeah, I really can't. I'm trying hard to dig deep and think of somebody somewhere who's not like that. I really am. I knew if I killed him, we were in good shape. I'm gonna talk about that, Sova. I'm clipping it. I have video. I have video of it. uh, I can send you a copy if you like. I can send you a copy if you like. Yeah, my goal now is to troll the hell out of this Omen. We got the Omen tilted. We needed to win. See what I'm saying? Like, totally absolute, just out of my butt. Taunting and, you know, manipulating that Omen. But did it work? Oh, yeah. Heck yeah, it worked. He's their top fragger and he hasn't got a single kill in the last 3 rounds. Because he died like a stupid idiot and this video game's the only thing he cares about. You know, you always wonder why the... You always wonder in comics, right? Why the rich and successful one is Lex Luthor, or...
You wear 3630, Josh?
Maybe. Depends what brand it is.
What have you been wearing, Waste?
36s and 38s.
Wearing 38?
38s and 36s. It depends on what brand, though. Is it Levi?
Your mom bought the other dress pants. At least kind of slacks. Your mom bought all 36s because she thought you could wear them.
I can wear 36. I can probably fit. It depends. I don't care. I really...
You're going to have to try them on.
This is not the time for that. This is really not the time for that. Also, can you get some, like, clothes on? Yeah, there's a lot of better times than now. There's infinitely many times that all could be considered better than now. And that just once again reminds you how insignificant all of this is. And that none of it's actually really gonna matter. Anyways, this has been a pretty depressing live. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.